From the corners of our vast world, we'd bring you stories of weird and wonderful animals you've probably never heard of. Even though we've mapped every part of the planet, nature still has some secrets up its sleeve. Just when you think you've seen it all, a strange new animal shows up, making you believe in the magic of the unknown all over again. Balanced delicately on the brink of a collection filled with odd and curious beings is the mangalitza pig, an animal that looks more like a sheep than a pig because of its thick, curly hair. This pig comes from the beautiful rural areas of Hungary and first appeared in the late 1800s. Its coat is quite a sight, ranging in color from deep black to striking red, and most commonly, a soft blonde that looks innocent and pure. This pig is known for being the last of its kind to have such a unique look, a fashion statement from a past age. Its existence was almost wiped out. By the 1990s, there were hardly any left because people loved its rich fat too much. However, like a story from a children's book, the fate of the mangalitza pig has started to change for the better, moving away from the edge of extinction towards a brighter future. Not to be forgotten in this lineup of unique creatures is the ninth entry, the Rhinopithecus, or golden snub-nosed monkey, surrounded by myths and covered in a golden hue. Inspired by a historic beauty who captured the attention of Suleiman the Magnificent, these monkeys aren't just beautiful to look at but also present a fascinating social structure. The males, with their bold colors and larger size, stand out more than the females, who have darker shades. The young ones shine like tiny suns when hit by the right light, displaying nature's love for variety and flair. Following in this parade of the extraordinary is the Emperor tamarin, a creature whose name itself suggests a mix of dignity and the bizarre. It has a distinguished mustache that would not be out of place in old royal courts, making it an interesting part of this diverse group. As we walk through this exhibition of nature's most creatively designed and evolutionary unique, it's easy to view it with a bit of skepticism. The excitement about discovering something amazing in nature sometimes feels a bit too eager. But looking past the exaggerated excitement, there's a real chance here to learn about and appreciate creatures that aren't usually seen. From those wearing woolly coats to those with royal-looking fur, each animal invites us to discover their hidden stories, encouraging us to explore beyond the usual and appreciate the unique beauty found in nature. Oh, the Emperor tamarin. It seems to jump straight out of a fairy tale or a playful take on royalty, with a splendid mustache that could compete with any nobleman's, including that of German Emperor Wilhelm II. This tiny monkey, with its ironic evolutionary gift, brings smiles with its regal-looking facial hair, suggesting wisdom and authority. Despite its small size, around 10 inches tall, its long tail, which can reach up to 16 inches, adds an air of drama to its look, fitting for its royal name. These animals form groups mimicking a royal court, from small gatherings of 4 to lively groups of 20, often having twins. Their diet is varied, including vegetarian options and occasionally hunting for frogs, snails, and small birds, showing their flexible eating habits and preference for a rich variety of foods. Now let's talk about the Patagonian mara, an animal caught in a mix between a kangaroo's jump and a hare's quick movements. It holds the title of the 4th largest rodent, a fact that surprises more than impresses. The mara shows strong maternal instincts by placing their young in shared nurseries, a smart way to keep a lookout for danger. Their sounds, from aggressive grunts to the squeals of surprise, show a depth in their way of communicating. Their ability to jump high when scared is both amazing and funny, making us rethink our own physical abilities. Consider the fluffy cow, a peak in cow beauty standards, where animal care meets vanity. These cows aren't a new breed, but are made to look unique through careful grooming, turning them into big, cuddly toys. The effort put into their care is notable, involving washing, drying, and styling routines that would fit a beauty contest. The intense grooming they undergo before shows, with hairsprays and oils, highlights a level of vanity in both the cows and their keepers, making one ponder the extent of such beauty practices in farming. Imagine a creature that seems like it's trying to pick up signals from outer space, a standout in the natural world. This animal is the markhor goat, with horns that spiral up impressively, reaching lengths up to 5.2 feet, 1.6 meters, in males. These horns are not just for show, but play a role in mating rituals. The females, on the other hand, have much shorter horns, perhaps for practicality. Known for their strict plant-based diet, these goats enjoy a variety of leaves, grass, and fruit, a feast that could compete with menus at upscale vegan restaurants. Moving on to the raccoon dog, a unique mix that seems to blend aspects of a dog and a raccoon. Despite its raccoon-like appearance, it is closer to dogs, wolves, and foxes in its family lineage. These animals are known for their loyalty, choosing one partner for life, a romantic notion that's becoming increasingly rare. There are tales of male raccoon dogs bringing food, and possibly flowers, to their pregnant partners, echoing the unseen efforts of spouses making late-night snack runs. Then there's the blue-footed booby, a bird that perfectly embodies the idea of being awkward but surprisingly adept. Their mating dances on the Galapagos Islands, involving quirky movements, might make most people cringe, yet in flight and underwater, they move with an elegance that contradicts their clumsy land behavior. The males use their bright blue feet as a signal of health to attract mates, proving that in the world of birds, some traits are more appealing than you might think. Enter the Malayan colugo, often mistaken as a type of flying lemur, though it's neither a true flyer nor a lemur. It glides between trees with a membrane stretched between its limbs, a method of movement that's more about graceful falling than flying. These animals, with their large eyes and surprised looks, might seem out of place on the ground or climbing, highlighting the struggle of excelling in one area while being awkward in another. Now, the Venezuelan poodle moth, a creature that seems as if it stepped out of a wild imagination. This moth, with its poodle-like fluffy appearance, challenges our expectations of what a moth can look like, blurring the lines between cute and bizarre. Discovered in 2009, it looks like it belongs in cold climates rather than the warm Venezuelan environment, a striking example of nature's sense of irony and creativity. The appearance of this moth, covered in fur, might lead someone to think it shares characteristics with animals like mammals, possibly assuming that it needs its thick fur to stay warm. However, since insects are cold-blooded, they don't require fur for insulation to keep warm. Interestingly, the fur on the moth isn't for warmth at all. Instead, it serves more intricate purposes, such as being part of a sensory system, helping it blend into its surroundings, or acting as a method to keep predators at bay. This situation showcases the fascinating and somewhat bizarre ways evolution can take, proving that things aren't always as they seem. Though the Venezuelan poodle moth has recently been discovered, sparking much curiosity, it still remains largely a mystery. Scientists are left to make educated guesses about its specific behaviors, how it fits into its environment, or whether its seemingly cuddly nature is just humans attributing human-like qualities to it because of its looks. The idea that it might be as soft and huggable as a stuffed animal is a nice thought, but is probably not accurate. Nature does not intentionally create animals to please humans. Moving into a world that's purely imaginary, the concept of the cloud antelope comes into play, a creature that seems to exist between the realms of what's real and what's made up. This fictional animal is said to live among the clouds, enjoying the vast blue skies and eating a diet as fanciful as its living space, consisting of sunlight and sweets. This story, created by the imaginative mind of C.M. Wyvern, is so captivating and detailed that it makes people hope it was real. It stands as a fun example of how much humans enjoy creating myths. But if we allow ourselves to be carried away by these imaginative thoughts for a bit, we might see some value in taking a break from the everyday truths and grim realities. Maybe the fascination with both the Venezuelan poodle moth and the entirely made-up cloud antelope isn't about the scientific facts or their existence, but about their power to spark wonder, fuel the imagination, and show us the limitless potential at the crossroads of the natural world and storytelling. Did you like hearing about cool animals and their funny habits? Click like, hit subscribe for more.